Hi everybody, thank you for joining me this Tuesday. It's already Tuesday, can you believe it? I'm an immigration attorney. My name is Pratibha Agarwal. If you've never met me before, I am based outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. We help clients with all types of immigration cases, all types of immigration issues that they might have. I come on live to answer your questions. So if you're working on your immigration application, if you have questions about whether you're eligible, this is an opportunity for you to ask me. So I'll be here to answer your questions. I already have some questions that come up fairly often that I think you might find helpful. So give us a call if you want to have a confidential conversation, but otherwise feel free to put your question on here. Hi Khalib, nice to see you. I see your question and we're good, I think. Okay. Just a heads up, if I have any current clients joining me, we can't talk about your case since there's lots of people on here. Everything that is related to your case is considered confidential and privileged, so I won't be able to answer case-specific questions on here. So if you want to reach out to our firm to talk about your specific immigration case, please do so. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. And you can also call us if you've never called us before. If you're not a client and you want to have a consultation with me, I'm happy to do that for you. We do them by phone, by Zoom, or in person. We're located again right outside of Washington, D.C. So if you're interested in meeting with me for an immigration consultation, I'd be happy to talk with you. I'm an immigration lawyer and I help clients no matter where in the U.S. they are located. So if you've worked with a lawyer before, immigration is different in that it doesn't matter where your lawyer is. As long as they're a lawyer, a real lawyer in the United States, we can help you with your immigration case as long as it has to do with U.S. immigration. All right, hi Ratish, nice to see you, and feel free to say hello if I've never met you before. Tell me where you're from. Tell me kind of why you're interested in joining here today, and I'd be excited to answer your questions here. Okay. All right, so the first question I want to get into is we handle a lot of cases where individuals are either married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, or maybe they're divorced from a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and they end up applying for their own green card based on an abusive marriage, right? And that abuse can be psychological, it can be verbal or mental abuse, as many characterize it. So many people that we help, we're helping them self-petition for their own green card because of an abusive relationship with a U.S. citizen or a green card holder spouse. And one of the questions we often get in these types of cases is, can I get remarried while my VAWA application is pending? Again, that's, can I get remarried while my VAWA application is pending? Will that result in my case getting denied? Yes. So if you have a VAWA case, so that is that you're applying for your own green card based on abuse in a marriage, you can't get married while your application is pending, right? So if you do get married while that application is pending, it will get denied. So that's just something you have to keep in mind. You cannot get remarried. You can be in a relationship with someone, but you cannot get remarried. And that's also applicable for common law marriage and other things. If it's considered a valid marriage in a particular state, that will make a difference. If you have a VAWA application pending, it will negatively impact your VAWA case. So keep that in mind. I hope that is helpful for those of you with VAWA applications. Don't get remarried while your VAWA application is pending. If you have questions about this, if you're thinking about VAWA, or if you want to see what else you might be eligible for, give us a call, 703-348-1663. I'd be happy to have a consultation with you. If you know of people that have immigration questions, please share this post with them. If you want to be notified when I go live, I come on kind of randomly throughout the week. So if you want to be notified when I come on live, make sure you follow us on our social media, which is at Agarwal Immigration. So Agarwal Immigration is the handle on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on TikTok, which is where we are most active. Okay? Edwin says, can I get remarried to someone else while I do my VAWA case? No. So that's the question that I'm answering right now, right? So Edwin says, can I get remarried to someone while my VAWA case is pending? No, you absolutely cannot. So you want to wait to marry anybody after your VAWA case is approved. After, if you're applying also for a green card, you might want to wait till after your green card is approved as well. And it's not that remarriage is an impossibility, but you want to avoid allegations of fraud. So remember, VAWA is help for people that are victims of abuse, and it's for people that have suffered. And so part of showing that is to remain unmarried, because they think if you've remarried, the theory is that you've recovered from the abuse in your marriage. Okay? So I hope that's helpful, Edwin. Give me a call if you want to talk about your VAWA case. You can reach us at 703-348-1663, and you can also, if you want to, if you've never reached out to our firm before, if you're interested in scheduling a consultation, you can do that by going to our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, Agarwal Immigration. And there's a link there where you can schedule a consultation, and just indicate on there if you want phone or if you want Zoom, or in person as well. So you can schedule online there, or you can check out our website, which is agarwalimmigration.com. I'd be happy you can learn a little bit about the firm, about me, and you can also schedule a consultation directly from there as well. All right. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Mr. Tusk says, Ratish says, hello, hi Ratish. Mr. Tusk says, how long does an I-751 take to be approved to get my 10-year green card? So an I-751 application is for people that apply for a green card and they've been married for less than 2 years. So usually it takes a little over 2 years to get an interview scheduled. Remember, some people apply without their spouse. So basically, when you are married less than 2 years, and you apply for a green card, they'll give you a 2-year green card, and then at the end of that 2 years, you have to show immigration that it was a real marriage, that you're still married, that it wasn't just for immigration purposes, right? And at that point, you'll get a 10-year green card. So if you go with your spouse, it can be a little bit faster. But if you go by yourself, right, if you qualify for a waiver, if your relationship didn't work out, it might take longer. It might take closer to 3 years for that to get approved. So it depends on how you filed your 751. It depends on how complete you were in your application, how much evidence you attached, right? So the more complete your application is, the more thorough it is, and the more consistent it is with everything, all the facts that you provided, the faster it will go with immigration. Call us if we can help you. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Ratish says, I want to talk to you personally. Great. I would love to chat with you, Ratish. You can schedule a time to talk with me on our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, or you can check out our website, agarwalimmigration.com, and there's a link on the contact page where you can also see my availability and choose a time to talk with me. If you can specify by phone or by Zoom. Most people choose to do Zoom, which is kind of like talking like this, and it will be with me. I'm the one who completes the consultation, so I'm happy to help you there. Okay, give us a call if we can help you, 703-348-1663, or you can go online and schedule yourself now. We are open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time, so feel free to call the office any time between 9 and 5 Eastern time, and my assistant Nate or my assistant Kriza will help you get on the calendar with me. All right? And the phone number for that is 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right, Mr. Tusk says, I have a 2-year green card and I was assaulted by my spouse. Does my divorce based on the assault be approved for the 751? Most likely, yes. So if you have a final divorce, that's a way to apply for the 751. The other thing you have to prove is that your marriage was real and it was not just for immigration purposes, right? So you want to have lots of evidence that your marriage was real, and that could be many different things like joint finances, joint home ownership, or if you're leasing with both of your names on there. If you have kids together, that's even more strong evidence that it was a real marriage and not just for immigration. So the type of evidence you submit depends on you and your spouse. Everybody's information is going to be different. Those that kept their finances separate, but they took lots of vacations together, they're going to have flight itineraries, right? But some people might not travel at all, and they may have bought a house together, or they may have put all their money in their joint bank account or shared a credit card. So that evidence is going to be different from the couple that might travel a lot but keep their finances separate. So it just depends, and you do have to brainstorm on the best evidence for you in order to show that it was a real marriage, not just for immigration. And if you have a valid divorce decree, that can be a basis to file for that 10-year green card on your own without the help of your spouse. Okay, Mumuni says, hello, hi, nice to see you, thank you for joining. Great, I think I got all of you guys. Oh, Emily says, someone says, I am a VAWA applicant. Is it safe to get married after a 360 is approved and while my 485 is still pending? I would wait till you have a green card, right? Because when you go now, the policy changed recently that when you go for a green card interview, so you could be applying for VAWA, and if you're eligible, you'd also be applying for your green card. So if you're eligible, you could also apply for a green card and VAWA at the same time. So if you do that, then and your VAWA is approved and your green card application is still pending, when you go to your green card interview, they're going to ask you some things, and if they question the credibility of your VAWA application, they can ask you questions about abuse and get more into the details provided in the VAWA application. Right, so once you get remarried, it kind of makes your VAWA application, even though it shouldn't, look a little suspicious. So I would wait. I think the better answer is to wait, and I would definitely I would wait to do that. Okay, I would not get married. Clizzy says, I'm scared that he'll find out that I filed for VAWA. So VAWA is confidential, right? So none of your information is disclosed. None of your information is disclosed on VAWA. So don't worry, right? So don't worry, it's confidential. Even when we call, like as the attorney on a case, when we call, they won't just give us information. We have to submit an inquiry to the service center that's processing your case, and they don't get back to us immediately. They usually take a couple of days and verify that we're the right person. So know that, don't be afraid that your spouse is going to find out if you file for VAWA. VAWA is for people who are victims of abuse, so everything is kept highly, highly confidential. Don't be nervous about that. For us, for our clients, our VAWA clients, we list ourselves as the mailing address for VAWA. So all of the mail regarding those cases comes to our office. So if you're interested in filing for VAWA, I know it's natural to be afraid that your spouse is going to find out, but don't be. I know that's easier said than done, but just know that there are a lot of protections keeping your information confidential. All right? If we can help you, reach out to us, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. You can also schedule a time to speak with us about your case on our Facebook page, Agarwal Immigration, or on our website, agarwalimmigration.com. Call our office 9 to 5 if you want to talk to my assistant and schedule a consultation. Okay? All right. I think I got most of your questions, Instagram and YouTube. How do I inquire through Congress if I live in DC or my representatives here? Right. So because you live in DC, you don't have specific folks that you can reach out to. Unfortunately, you can always reach out to Don Beyer, who is Northern Virginia. He's a congressman. You can reach out to them. Don't feel like it's futile, right? Don't feel like it's futile if nothing happens. Sometimes, it doesn't really help to reach out to senators or congresspeople. We do it as a matter of course, so just make sure that we try everything. So it's okay if nothing happens, but you can always reach out to Maryland senators, or you can reach out to those in Virginia, let them know that you live in DC and you don't have a particular person to help with, and so you're reaching out to them, and if they can recommend someone for residents of DC to reach out to. So if you work for example, if you work in Virginia or if you work in Maryland, you can do that. You can reach out to those that are in that area as well. Okay? All right, great. Okay. I received my prima facie in about 18 months. Is that normal? It normally takes us much faster than that, so it usually takes between 3 months, maybe 4 or 5 if in normal processing time. So we haven't seen an 18-month prima facie, but that if you received it, it's good news. So take the win, and you should be expecting a fingerprinting appointment soon if you haven't had one already, and then hopefully your VAWA is approved shortly thereafter. Call us if we can help you, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Mahi says, I have a friend who came to the U.S. as a child. Is there a way for her to get a green card? So it depends on the circumstances, right? Certainly we can see what kind of negative things have happened. She might qualify for a humanitarian visa, or also if she got in status after a certain age, if she was able to change her status or apply for a visa. There's a lot that can be forgiven. Any kind of unlawful presence that occurred when she was young can be forgiven. So it depends on how old your friend is, and certainly there are ways to help, but I would need to kind of figure out the circumstances surrounding what happened with your friend and see if she's eligible for any kind of humanitarian protection. All right, call us if we can help you, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Yvonne said something about domestic violence. Can I still do something? Yes. So if there's domestic violence, you can report it to the police. You can qualify for a U visa. If your spouse, if it's through your spouse, and they're a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you may qualify for a VAWA, which is a pathway to a green card for many people. So you want to find out if you're eligible. If you have domestic violence in your relationship, you might qualify for a couple of different types of humanitarian visas, or you might qualify for a path to a green card through VAWA. So call us so we can figure out what you're eligible for. I'm sorry you're experiencing this terrible situation, but as I tell my clients, it's terrible, but you can use this bad thing that happened to you to get something good, to get in status finally, to get a green card finally, and not be living in the shadows here, right? So give us a call if we can help you, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right. Okay, let me kind of flip through. Sorry. How can I prove that I'm eligible for a VAWA petition, for a VAWA? So what documents do I need to qualify for a VAWA? So the documents that you need are going to be kind of your biographic documents. With our firm, we'll give you a list of everything you need. We'll review what you have, and we'll make suggestions for more documents just based on other facts we learn about you. So your biographic documents are things like your passport, your marriage certificate, your birth certificate, things like that. And then any proof that your marriage was real, not just for immigration purposes. So joint finances, joint travel, birth certificates of kids together, things of that nature. It's not exactly that, but it's just to show that it was a real relationship, not just for immigration purposes. Again, as I mentioned, it could be different for different couples just based on the nature of that relationship. Okay, and then evidence of abuse is this detailed declaration of all of the different types of abuse in the marriage. So with our firm, we'll do a call with you, or we'll meet you, and you'll just discuss all of the details. We'll help you kind of categorize it, and we'll ask questions so we get as much information as possible about some of the problems that you were having in the marriage, some of the abuse that occurred, and we'll draft a declaration based on the statements that you said that you can review and edit and confirm that it's accurate before we include that in the application. Sometimes people have police reports. It's not necessary. If you have it, we can include it. Today I looked at an application with a restraining order in it that they had against their spouse because the spouse was violent, right? So different families, different couples have different types of evidence that they can include. If you'd like to give us a call and talk about your VAWA application, I'd be happy to meet with you on that. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Look at Me says, my I-130 was approved and my 485 is still pending. That's normal. So I-130 is usually approved first. So I-130s the beginning of a family-based green card application, right? And that can get approved, and the green card portion does take a longer time, so that's normal. Don't worry. If we can help you with your green card application, reach out to us, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Okay, so if I have a VAWA application, or if I'm eligible for a VAWA, when can I also apply for my green card, right? When can I apply for a green card? Can I apply for it with my VAWA application or afterwards? So both is an option. So if you are eligible, you can apply for a VAWA and a green card at the same time. You would also be applying for work authorization, and travel authorization as well. If you have an approved VAWA and you qualify to apply for a green card, you can later apply for the green card. So don't worry about it. You can do both if you're eligible. You can do it at the same time, which might be better because you'll get work authorization, social security number sooner. Or if you want to wait, you can wait as well. But that is an option. If you do have the option to apply for a green card with VAWA, I would certainly take it if it were me, because it gives you a lot of freedom and a lot of benefits by getting work authorization sooner, travel authorization sooner, and then ultimately a green card interview scheduled and a green card as well. Okay, call us if we can help you, 703-348-1663. If you'd like to schedule a consultation, you can do that online or online on our website, agarwalimmigration.com. You can also check out our Facebook page or call the office between 9 and 5 Eastern Time, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right, great. Let's see. I know we have lots of questions here. Okay, and make sure you share this post with others if you think that they have immigration questions. Make sure that you follow us on our social media platforms, Agarwal Immigration, to be notified when I'm on live. If you join me after I introduce myself, let me do it again. My name is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I'm based outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. Our clients are all throughout the United States, and we help people with all types of immigration matters. So feel free to reach out to us. I'd be happy to chat with you about your immigration case. All right. Jamaican pastry chef says I filed for VAWA in December 2021, received my prima facie January 26, 2023. How long after? So usually I would say my normal time frame that I see, a couple of months after we apply, we get the prima facie. About a year and a half after we apply, we get the VAWA approval. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer, but I would say that you should expect to see the VAWA approval soon. And then if you apply for a green card about a year after that, you would be scheduled for a green card interview. Is my tentative time frame. Of course, things get delayed. Of course, things get pushed around, especially with the pandemic. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. But if you also have an immigration lawyer, reach out to them. They'll have a better understanding of the time frame. Okay, call us 703-348-1663. Can I fly with a I-130 or 485 receipt domestically? Yes, so you can fly domestically with that and have no issues with re-entering. Just make sure your flight doesn't get rerouted to Mexico or Canada, because then you might have problems coming back into the country. So yes, you can technically fly domestic with your passport. You don't necessarily need the I-130 or I-485 receipt, but if you want to show your status, which is pending adjustment, you can do that with the 485 receipt notice, okay? My prima facie says 180 days only. Will they make a decision about my case before that? No, not necessarily. Maybe they will, but they will give you an extended prima facie if you don't have a decision before then, okay? Is it possible to file for VAWA even if you missed a deadline? So not sure what deadline you're talking about, but if you got divorced, you have to file for VAWA within 2 years of the divorce. So that's the only VAWA-related deadline that I would say you need to pay attention to, right? So within 2 years of a divorce, and of an official final divorce, you have to submit your VAWA application. Okay? Give us a call if we can help you, 703-348-1663. All right, I think I answered most of your questions. I'm sorry if I missed any of them. Thank you for joining me. I do come on frequently, so make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. Share this with others. Excuse me. Share this with others you think would find this helpful. And our handle is Agarwal Immigration on all the platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And make sure you follow us, like us, share this with people that might find this interesting or have immigration questions. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration lawyer, and even though I'm based in Arlington, Virginia, outside of DC, I can help folks all throughout the United States with their immigration applications. We handle kind of all types of immigration cases. I look forward to talking to you about your case. Call our office, and I'd be happy to chat with you, to have a consultation with you by phone or by Zoom. Most people choose Zoom, and Zoom is kind of like this, right? And we can talk about your case, we can share documents, and go through all of what we need to figure out a plan to get you a green card or to get you in status, if possible. Okay? Look forward to seeing you guys next week. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you very soon. All right? Bye, everyone.